Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And welcome to Doubleheader Day. Not a doubleheader of baseball, but Retro Sports Network will provide two live sporting events for you today. We start with games from September 14th, 1949, the St. Louis Cardinals and New York Giants from, this could be a football game too, from Sportsman's Park in St. Louis. The Cardinals are a game and a half behind the Dodgers, and the Giants are now 8 back, and they are now pretty much in the role of spoiler. Harry the Cat Burkeen and Monty Kennedy go at it in a couple minutes. Tonight, because the golf ran too long last night, we play Game 1 of our series in the Dave Gardner Project, the 1977-78 Stanley Cup Playoffs. And tonight we feature Game 1 from Nassau Coliseum. It'll be the Chicago Blackhawks and New York Islanders. Mike Bossy's rookie year, Brian Trottier, Denny Potvin, Chico Resch in the net against Tony Esposito, Stan Mikita. It's a whole cornucopia of stuff. So Game 1 of that series using Strat PC Hockey will be tonight at around 8 Eastern. No, 7, around 7, between 7 and 7:30. Depending on what time my kid shows up and I finish dinner. Digital Device is the place for that. And then we'll play Game 2 of that series Wednesday at noon Eastern using Strat PC. So that's what we got for you. And then the rest of the week, baseball will chase the New York Yankees, who are trying to clinch the American League pennant in 1949, just like they did in real life. The Dodgers' magic number is 14. The Cardinals are 82 and 57. The Giants are 77 and 65. And so it's Harry Burkeen and Monty Kennedy next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1949 today from Sportsman's Park in St. Louis, Missouri. It is the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Giants. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDevice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So if the Cardinals have their way, they will beat the Giants and pretty much lead the stage to themselves and the Brooklyn Dodgers for the National League pennant. The American League pennant pretty much belongs to the Yankees, and we'll have their games starting tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. I believe it's the Tigers they play over the weekend. They can't clinch until then. So Harry the Cat Burkeen is on the mound for St. Louis, 28th start of the year. He is 14 and 8 with an ERA of 3.65. Against the Giants, this is his 4th start. 22 innings, 26 hits, 15 runs all earned. He walked 7 and struck out 8. However, the Giants have had some success against him, 1-1 with an ERA of 6.14, and they've hit .302 off him. Harry is 34. He's a fastball pitcher at 82 and a standard pitcher. Doesn't favor the ground nor the fly ball. His last start came against the Reds almost a week ago on the 8th, or the Cubs rather, because I know my abbreviations. 7 innings and a loss, 8 hits, 5 runs, just 2 earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. So Burkeen in search of win number 15, 197 innings, 211 hits, 17 homers, 90 runs in total, 80 earned. He's walked 59 and struck out 82. And the Giants now pretty much playing the role of spoiler. We'll go with Bill Rigney leading off at short. Whitey Lockman will bat second and play left field. The commissioner, Sid Gordon, will bat third and play third. Bobby Thompson is in center. Open up a Maldito when you hear that name. He'll clean up, just like you'll clean up at the grocery store when you buy a 6-pack of Maldito beer. Willard Marshall is in right. He'll bat fifth. Bert Haas is at first. He'll bat sixth. He'd like you to buy an avocado or 3. Hank Thompson is at second. He'll bat seventh. Ray Muller behind the plate will bat eighth. And Monty Kennedy, who is on full rest this game, will bat ninth and pitch. Defensively for St. Louis, Enos Slaughter is a 5 and a 4 in left. Chuck Deering is a 6 and a 6 in center, and Stan Musial is a 9 and a 7 in right. Tommy Glaviano at 8 at third. Marty Marion a 9 at short. Red Shane Deans a 9 at second. Nippy Jones a 6 at first, and Del Rice behind the plate. He is a 5 and a 4. Rigney at 282, 9 homers and 54 RBI. 83 degrees on a Wednesday afternoon. In St. Louis, the winds are blowing out to left at 8 as we get started. Burkeen is ready, and so is Rigney. And this one starts with ball 4. So a walk to Rigney on a full count pitch high. And that brings up Whitey Lockman. Whitey at 272, 13 homers and 70 RBI. So the Yankees Tuesday and Thursday at noon. Hockey for you tonight, if you're watching live. And I think it's just me, myself, and I. And Wednesday at noon. And then I'm on vacation for a week. Pitch to Lockman. There goes Rigney. There's a ground ball base hit past Shane Deans. Lockman's going to have 2. It's his 25th double of the year. And Rigney's on third after the Giants go the hit and run. Brings up Gordon. Sid's had a magnificent year. 306, 33 homers, and 95 RBI. There's a fly ball, left center field. Deering is there. He'll make the catch. Rigney goes and tags and will score without a throw. Lockman moves to third, and the Giants strike first, 1-0. Brings up Bobby Thompson, 284, 31 homers, and 128 RBI. Tremendous, tremendous numbers from Thompson. Pitch from Burkeen. And there's a fly ball, left center field. Back goes Slaughter. He'll turn, and that will hit the top of the wall. Lockman scores. Thompson is digging for 3. The throw to Glaviano, not in time. And that's the 6th triple of the year. And it's 2-0 Giants in a game the Cardinals really need. So a good start for the Giants. Here's Willard Marshall, 338. 9 homers and 69 RBI. Ball 4, Burkeen. Has he retired anybody? No, 1 batter. So here's Bert Haas, 286. No homers and 12 RBI. 2-0 Giants. There's a ground ball to third. Glaviano stabs it. Shane Deans for 1. Jones... And that will be a double play. So they go around the horn. But the Giants get 2 on 2 hits and no errors. As they leave a runner on, we go to the bottom of the first here in St. Louis. The Giants 2, the Cardinals nothing. Ow. As I snap, crackle, and pop. Monty Kennedy, we talked about this in the last game. If he didn't pitch well, he would pitch on his off days. Would pitch in games to get things right. This is his last scheduled start of the year. He is 13-8 with an ERA of 3.47. Fastball at 86 and a ground ball pitcher. Against the Cardinals, this is his 7th start. 51 innings. 46 innings rather. 51 hits. Helps if you read the right column. 31 runs, 27 earned. He's walked 19 and struck out 22. The Cardinals love him almost like a little brother. He is 1-3 against St. Louis with an ERA of 5.28. His last start came in that abbreviated outing against Brooklyn. 3 1/3 innings, no decision, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Remember, he went on 2 days rest, and the computer just doesn't know how to handle that. Overall, 225 1/3 innings for Monty, 228 hits, 13 dingers, 99 runs, 87 of those earned. He has walked 75 and struck out 108. His last decision against St. Louis was a loss on August 5th. And this will be the lineup that he'll face. Chuck Deering leads off in center field. Red Schoendienst second will bat second. Stan Musial in right will go third. Nippy Jones hitting .357. What a magnum opus of his season. He will clean up at first base. Enos Slaughter in left will bat fifth. Marty Marion, and we are contractually obligated to say, the 1944 NL MVP, at short will bat sixth. Del Rice catches, batting seventh. Glaviano has done yeoman's work since coming in at the All-Star break to play third for the Cardinals. And Burkeen, through 28 pitches in his half of the first, will bat ninth. Defensively for the Giants, Whitey Lockman is 7 and a 4 in left. Bobby Thompson is a 9 and a 6 in center. Willard Marshall an 8 and a 9 in right. Sid Gordon is a 4 at third. Bill Rigney a 3 at short. Hank Thompson a 5 at second. Bert Haas a 3 at first. Muller is a 3 and a 3 behind the plate, and Kennedy is a 3 on the mound with a .941 fielding percentage. Deering, four starters hitting over 300 for the Cardinals. He's at .334, 3 homers and 34 RBI. Kennedy starts the ball game with a pop-up. Thompson on the dirt by second base, 1 out. Kennedy, a lefty. Musial, Slaughter, and Burkeen are lefty hitters. Here's Schoendienst, red at .294, 2 homers and 60 RBI. He grounds that one to first. Haas races to the bag, 2 out. The Giants, if they win this one, are going to start to sound like a Johnny Mathis song. Too much, too little, too late. Musial at .313, 27 homers. He has 41 doubles. And 105 RBI. Johnny Mathis is not the type of thing you hear talked about on the Fortnite stream. Musial, that's a base hit. No! Well, I don't know what the heck happened. They're going to give him a double. It was bounced past Thompson. Bobby Thompson picked it up, threw in there, and that's a double. So it's just smashed into left center or in the right center field, and Musial has his 42nd double. Let's go Giants. The Dodger fans are rooting for the Giants. This is cats and dogs living together in sin. Yeah, you won't hear that one very often or utter it. Was Johnny a minor league baseball player? Johnny who? How you doing, Mr. Goodell? Here's Nippy Jones. Nippy at .357. 7 homers and 66 RBI. 2 out, runner on second. 2-0 Giants, bottom of the first. And here's a fly ball to left. Lockman will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Cardinals strand a runner after 1, 2-0. Johnny Mathis, a minor league baseball player. Charlie Pride was. He could kiss an angel good morning, too, but I don't know. Johnny, I think, was a pretty young talent to sing, and so I'd be surprised if he played minor league baseball. I don't know if Mr. Howard knows or not. Hank Thompson leads off the top of the second. Hank at .326. 9 homers and 37 RBI. Burkeen starts the second with a fly ball to center field. Deering, 1 out. Ray Muller at .214, 3 homers and 18 RBI. There were a lot of minor league teams. Certainly could see him playing semi-pro. But as far as organized minor league baseball, I've never heard that. Doesn't mean it's not possible. Muller into left field. Slaughter stands in place and makes the catch. 2 out. Monty Kennedy at 162, a triple, and 5 RBI, as you hear the ambulance behind me. That's not for me. Pitch to Kennedy. There's a liner in the left. Slaughter is there, and that will retire the side. Giants go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After an inning and a half in St. Louis, it's 2-0 New York. So here's Enos. Slaughter at 351. 41 doubles, my goodness. 11 homers and 78 RBI. I imagine that one of you is looking on Wikipedia about Johnny Mathis. Kennedy starts the second. Slaughter hits a base hit opposite field. Pass a diving Rigney in the hole. And that's the second hit. Now, Slaughter hurt. Slaughter tripped over the bag at first. That's a big loss for the Cardinals. Remember, it's only 4 today. But now you got to have a pinch runner at first. And it's going to be... Well, they didn't disable Kasich, who can't play. I'm going to bring in Rocky Nelson, who can steal a bag. Here's Marty Marion. Marty at 276. 11 homers and 66 RBI. The margin is a game and a half between Brooklyn and St. Louis. Nelson goes. The throw down to second, and Rocky has a second stolen base. So... pitch was a ball outside. So here it's a 1-0 count to Marion, who now has a runner in scoring position. Kennedy delivers. There's a ground ball to short. Rigney throws it over to first. Haas is there, 1 out. So Nelson will hold. Here's Del Rice. Del at 277. 2 homers and 29 RBI. Kennedy deals. There's a fly ball, left center field. Bobby Thompson runs over, makes the catch. Nelson will tag. And with 2 out and less than a coin flip chance, will hold. Brings up Glaviano. Tommy at 282. 3 homers and 27 RBI. Pitch from Kennedy. Glaviano hits a grower to first. Haas is there, and that will retire the side. So the Cardinals leave on a runner. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 2, it's 2-0 Giants. And the choices for left field are bad. So Ron Northey, who is a 1 in left, and that's not a Stratomatic one, but has an 8 arm, goes in, and he will bat in the 5 hole. It was Charlie Bride that played baseball. I remember the connection from Mathis and Sports. He did run track and was featured by the San Francisco Chronicle as one of the best high school athletes in the area. It said he shared a cover with Bill Russell, who was in high school at the time. How you doing, Mike from the truck? That would make sense. Of course, Russell not only played his high school basketball in San Francisco, but his college basketball in San Francisco. Rigney walked his first time up. Burkeen threw 9 batters, 37 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, and 2 walks. There's a ground ball. Shane Dietz in front of the bag, over to Jones, 1 out. So it's Whitey Lockman. Whitey doubled his first time up and scored one of the 2 Giant runs in the first. Little number down to short. Marion on the grass has to hurry, and that is 2 out. Brings up Sid Gordon. Sid had an RBI his first time up. Now has 96 on the replay. Burkeen winds and deals. There's Shane Dietz by the bag at second, over to first, and that will retire the side. So the Giants, after that 2-run outburst in the first, go down in order again. Bottom 3, 2-0 New York. So Burkeen then the top of the lineup for St. Louis. Harry at 234, a triple, and 6 RBI. There's a chopper to short. Rigney, 1 out. Johnny Mathis high jump within 3 inches of the current Olympic record in 1952 while in college. That's impressive. He's a lanky guy. Chuck Deering is 0 for 1. Kennedy's opening 9-2 in the third innings, 2 hits, and just 23 pitches. That's pretty efficient. Popped up. Right side. Haas. 2 out. Hasn't walked or struck out anybody. I see, D. Scott, one of your ladies from Western Washington threw up the first pitch in a minor league game last night. Here's Shane, or over the weekend. Shane Dienst is 0 for 1. In the right, Marshall in the foul territory and makes the catch along the bullpens. So the Cardinals go down in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the fourth. It's 2-0 New York. And so, as we start this week, the Dodgers a game and a half over St. Louis. The magic number is 14. The difference is that Brooklyn only has 2 more games at Ebbets Field, and the Cardinals have like 9. So a game and a half isn't out of reach. The Giants have a snowball's chance, but that's about it. Philly and Pittsburgh still mathematically alive. In the American League, we follow the Yankees our next 2 games. Casey Stengel is going to win the pennant his first year in New York. And when you go 50-16 at home, I guess you kind of deserve it. All-American Tatum Dow did so at the Bellingham Bells game Friday. That's where Ken Griffey Jr. played his first pro ball. So Bobby Thompson tripled and drove home a run his first time up in the first. This time around, that's a ground ball base hit past Shane Dienst, and that's the 3rd hit for the Giants. Mr. Scott Howard tells us that it is supposed to be close to 100 in Washington today, which is very rare. Washington State, that is. 85 here in Burlington. Oh, so the Bells are pretty much what we are now, a college wood bat league. Very cool. Not cool that they lost their MILB affiliation. So it sounds like what happened to you is what happened to us. Here's Marshall. Willard walked his first time up. Burkeen's pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Might be to Glaviano. Shane Dienst for 1 over to Jones, and they're going to turn it. It's a second double play, and it's a second 5-4-3, and there's 2 out. Brings up Haas. Burt grounded into a double play his first time up. Vermont passed the 80% either had the virus or had the vaccine threshold, and so now there are no restrictions on who can go to places, and so finally the Lake Monsters can sell out the place if they want. Kid from Vermont pitched over the weekend. Division II boys champion U32 pitcher and a prospect for the majors. Pitched to Haas. Ball 4. Can I remember the kid's name? No, but I know he played his high school ball. So a full count. Curveball missed high and inside. Third walk from Burkeen. And here's Hank Thompson. Hank is 0 for 1. 2 out, top the 4th, 2-0 Giants. And Burkeen lost him. So Harry snaps the ball back in the glove, and as that fastball missed outside. Another full count, another walk. That's 4 given up by Burkeen. Here's Muller. Ray is 0 for 1. And there's a ground ball to third. Glaviano goes across the way for the out at first, and that will retire the side. The walks don't hurt. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. Bottom 4, 2-0 Giants. So brings up Stan Musial, who doubled his first time up. Jones and Ron Northey, who is in for the injured Enos Slaughter. I suppose now is a good time as any to tell you our latest follower is Warren Buffett 70. Now, if Warren wants to send me a check, that would be absolutely wonderful. But Warren Buffett 70 is our latest follower, and in our last live stream, doesn't belong here, was a follower. And so we now have 182 here on the channel. Pitch to Musial. There's a fly ball to right field. Back goes Marshall to the track, and that is off the wall. Musial is going to hold at second, and Stan has his 43rd double of the year. Brings up Nippy Jones. Nippy's 0 for 1. Pitch from Kennedy. There's a slow chopper to first. Haas will underhand it to Kennedy covering, and that's an out. Musial goes to third. 1 out for Ron Northey. Ron at 230, 6 homers and 43 RBI. Mr. Howard says we were a Dodger than a Mariners single-A team in the 70s and 80s. The Bells have a long amateur history from the 50s. Yep, Ken Griffey Jr. went from Bellingham, Washington to Burlington, Vermont. And then quickly to Seattle. Pitch to Northey. There's a chopper. Thompson behind the bag. Musial will score. He takes the sure out at first, and it's 2-1 now. So the Cards are on the board. Nobody out or on. 2 out for Marty Marion, who's 0 for 1. Marty hits a base hit into center field. So Thompson will pick it up. And so the tying run on first for Del Rice. You can hear a smattering of boos from the upper deck. And that's drawing some looks from the Cardinal faithful. Got him. He got him. A 2-2 fastball in the outside corner, and that'll do. But the Cards get on the board with a run, 2 hits, and no errors. They leave a runner on. We go to the 5th. It is the Giants 2, the Cardinals 1. So Kennedy, Rigney, and Lockman here in the 5th. Monty is 0 for 1. Up the middle, Burkeen stabs it, throws to first. I got a sneeze, 1 out. Took care of it. Here's Rigney. Billy is 0 for 1. He's walked and scored. Burkeen opening 18 on 68 pitches. 4 1/3 innings. 3 hits. He's walked 4. And both the runs are earned. 1 out, top of the 5th. Pitch into left. Northey couldn't hit the mute button that time. 1 out. Always good to get a sneezing attack while you're streaming. Here's Lockman. Whitey 1 for 2. He has doubled and scored. That came in the first. Burkeen has settled down since then. There's a fly ball to right. Musial in the foul territory makes the catch to retire the side. Giants go in order. Got a doozy for you from Sportsman on this Monday afternoon, a special. It is the Giants 2, the Cardinals 1. We'll be back right after this. Well, if you joined us late, here's how he got here. Giants got 2 in the first. Sid Gordon a sac fly to make it 1-0. And then Bobby Thompson's triple scored Whitey Lockman to make it 2-0. Enos Slaughter hurt himself running out of hit, so he's gone for the game. The Giants had a chance to score with the bases or with 3 runners in the fourth, couldn't do it. Cardinals got a runner in the bottom of the fourth, or run in rather. Ron Northey with the fielder's choice to make it 2-1. So Kennedy a 4-hitter through 4. He has struck out 1. Burkeen a 3-hitter through 5, and he has walked 4. It'll be Glaviano, Burkeen, and Deering to face Kennedy here in the bottom of the 5th, because it was a Dodger farm club. Pedro Guerrero started in Bellingham. And, of course, with the Mariners, Edgar Martinez and Dave Henderson got their starts there, too. I'd imagine Omar Vizquel did as well. Pitch to Glaviano, who's 0 for 1. Chopped to short. Rigney has to run for it. Scoops, throws to first in time. Brings up Perkeen, who's 0 for 1. And Harry, of course, will stay in the ballgame. 2-1 Giants, bottom of the 5th. Burkeen will drop that one down the line. He's going for 2. Marshall's throw is not in time, and for Harry, he's his own best friend. That's a double. So that brings up the top of the lineup again. Here's Deering. Chuck is 0 for 2. Kennedy through 18 batters, 55 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits and a strikeout. Ball 4. So the Cards in business here in the bottom of the 5th. Shane Dienst is 0 for 2. And he lost him. So the Cardinals are cooking with gas here. Shane Dienst threw a full count low for ball 4. So Burkeen on third. Deering the go-ahead run on second, and Shane Dienst on first for Stan Musial. And Stan has doubled twice. He now has 43 on the year. Pitch from Kennedy is a fly ball to left. Back goes Lockman to the track. He will not make the catch. Burkeen and Deering score. Here comes Shane Dienst. Lockman's throw is cut off, and the Cardinals clear the bases on Stan Musial's third double of the day. It is 4-2 St. Louis. So D. Scott Howard pulls down the Brooklyn Dodger hat over his head. Musial trying to single-handedly keep the Cardinals within a shout. Here's Jones. Nippy's 0 for 2. Kennedy's pitch, and that's up the middle. Thompson dives, can't get it. Musial will hold at third. And that brings up Northey. Ron is 0 for 1 with an RBI. So runners on the corners and 1 out. And they're going to send Jones to throw to first, and they got him picked off. So Kennedy just kind of had a smile on his face. Jones was gone, and Kennedy had him dead to rights. So 1-3-6 on the pickoff. And now 2 out for Northey as the Cardinals run out of a run. See what Northey can do here. Musial still on third. Pitch to Ron. Ball 4. Well, that didn't really change much of anything, did it? Brings up Marty Mary, and Marty 1 for 2 with a single. 3 in for the Cards here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 4-2. Got him. He struck him out. He got him to look at an 84-mile-an-hour fastball, but the damage is already done. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2 on. We go to the 6th. It's 4-2 St. Louis. So Burkeen will face Gordon, Thompson, and Marshall here in the 6th. Some of you are hoping that goats chew through wires to cut off internet connections. I don't know why. Gordon hits a ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time. So that really was a 5-3. Glaviano had time to pretty much autograph that. 1 out. Here's Thompson. Bobby is 2 for 2. He has single, tripled, and driven in his 129th of the year. There's a fly ball to right. Usual in the corner. It's been Stan's day. 2 out. For Willard Marshall. Willard is 0 for 1 with a walk. And there's a chopper. Shane Dienst over to first. And that will retire the side. So the Giants go down quietly here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the inning. It's 4-2 St. Louis. So Rice, look in the right spot, Ron. Glaviano and Burkeen to face Kennedy here in the 6th. Rice is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And this time he draws the walk. So the 4th walk from Kennedy. Here's Glaviano. He's 0 for 2. There's a ground ball to first. Haas takes it to the bag himself. Rice will go to second. 1 out for Burkeen. There, he's knocking a bunt here. He doubled his last time up. He had 3 on the real season and drove in 6. Pitch to Burkeen this time around. It's a base hit up the middle. Rice will round third and score. Burkeen's going for 2. Thompson throws it in there, and it's 5-2 St. Louis. So Kennedy probably coming to the end of his season right now. 5 1/3 innings, 27 batters, 96 pitches, 8 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 2. Deering 0 for 2. A walk and a run scored. There's a chopper. Thompson on the grass. He has to quickly throw to first, and it got away from Haas. So Deering will stay at first. Burkeen scores on the air. Thompson just threw it in the dirt, and Bert Haas couldn't dig it out. And so it's now 6-2 St. Louis. Here's Shane Dienst. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. There's a base hit in the left field. Lockman will pick it up. So 6-2. Deering will hold at second. Here's Steve Musial. He's had himself a day and a half. He has doubled 3 times. He is 3 for 3. He now has driven in 108 and scored a run. This time around, there's another base hit in the left center field. Deering will hold, so the bases are loaded. And for Musial, that's his 4th hit today. Brings up Nippy Jones, who's 1 for 3. Bases loaded into left field. Back goes Lockman. That should get a run in. Whitey makes the catch. Deering will tag and score without a throw. Shane Dienst moves on to third. Runners on the corners now, 2 out. And the Cardinals appear to have blown this one open, 7-2. Here's Northey. Northey's 0 for 1. A sac fly and a walk. As an RBI. This time it's in the left center field. Lockman is there and will make the catch. So the Cardinals will lead 2 on, but they get 3 on 3 hits and a bad error. We go to the 7th, 7-2 St. Louis. So Haas, Thompson, and Muller as Burkeen 9 outs away from being a 15-game winner. 2 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Giants, and that error was huge. They've left on 3. For St. Louis, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and they've left on 7. Loss 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck him out. First for Burkeen, he got Haas to chase a fastball. On a 2-2, 1 out. Hank Thompson's error really stings. He's walked, he's 0 for 1. Little chopper over the mound. Marion on the run to throw to first, and Thompson beats it out. So just the 4th hit for the Giants. And that'll bring up Muller, who's 0 for 2. Ray into right field. That ball is hit well. Musial will make the catch for the out, and Thompson has to hold. 2 out. See what they do with Kennedy here. Monty is 0 for 2. 86 degrees right now in St. Louis. Wind's blowing out to left center at 16. And we will get a pinch hitter. It'll be the lefty, Joe LaFada. Joe at 261, 3 homers and 14 RBI. As a pinch hitter, he's pretty good. Hitting 286 with 4 RBI. Pitch. LaFada, there is a base hit into right field. Thompson will move on to third. Giants have runners on the corners and 2 out here in the top of the 7th. So 27 batters deep for Burkeen, 109 pitches, 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 4 and struck out 1. Rigney has walked and scored. He's 0 for 2. 2 on, 2 out. Rice and Burkeen have a few words. Harry delivers. And there's a base hit into left field. Thompson will score. LaFada trickles over to third. And again, runners on the corners. 7-3 now, St. Louis. So the Giants making some noise. Here's Lockman. Whitey 1 for 3 with a double. And a run scored. Ball 4, they're loaded, and that puts up the tying run is in Sid Gordon. Today, Gordon is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Burkeen is due to bat 4th in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. There's a base hit right center field. LaFada will score. Rigney scores. Lockman will stop at third. Gordon's got himself a 2-run single. The Giants have a 3 spot on the board, and it's 7-5 St. Louis. Burkeen says, I can get one more. So Eddie Dyer will trust him to get Bobby Thompson. Bobby 2 for 3. A single, a triple, and his 129th RBI. From the stretch. Base hit left field. Lockman scores at 7-6. Gordon goes to third. The Giants have come all the way back to cut this to 1. And now they'll come get him. And they're going to double switch. So Northey comes out. They'll put Bill Howerton in the ball game. Wilkes will hit in the 5 position. Howerton a 2 and a 3 and left. They'll miss Slaughter for sure. Wilkes. His name is Court. 49th appearance. He is 9-8 with 8 saves. An ERA of 3.74. He's 33 years old, a fastball pitcher, a ground ball pitcher. And that fastball tops out at 87. Against the Giants, it's his 7th appearance. 10 2/3 innings, 13 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 8. 1-1 with a 5.06 ERA. His last appearance was against the Giants yesterday, inning and 2/3, 2 hits. In a win, an unearned run, he walked 1 and struck out 2. So overall, 77 innings, 78 hits, 6 home runs, 40 of those runs in total, 32 earned. He has walked 29 and struck out 48. And Dyer says, I need you to get 7 outs. Pitch to Marshall. There goes Thompson. And he'll sit there and eat it. So Thompson goes to second. They don't call it defensive indifference, but that's really what it was. So Marshall, 0 for 2, a walk, and grounded into a double play. The tying run is on third, and the go-ahead run is on second. Pitch to Marshall, and that will give the Giants the lead. Gordon will score on the single. Thompson follows from behind. Willard Marshall does his job, and the Giants have a 6th spot on the board. It is 8-7 New York. And you can hear the cheering from Western Washington all the way to Brooklyn. And in the heavens above, here's Bert Haas. He is 0 for 2. He has grounded into a double play, struck out, and walked. Yeah, the New York Giants. The football team took the name from the baseball team. Pitch to Haas is a slow roller down to Jones. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. But the Giants at the stretch put up a 6th spot, 8-7 New York. Well, the metaphysical equivalent of Bob Stanley is on the mound for the New York Giants. Kirby Higbee is 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA and 8 saves. But he's blown 6 chances. Against the Cardinals with the Giants, this is appearance number 7. 8 1/3 innings, 11 hits. 3 runs all earned, a walk and a strikeout, and a save. His last appearance was against the Dodgers 4 days ago. 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and a strikeout. Overall, 43 1/3 innings, 44 hits, 9 homers, 26 runs in total, all earned. He's walked 26 and struck out 15. So it'll be Marion, Rice, and Glaviano. Marty 1 for 3 with a strikeout. The Giants 6 runs on 6 hits and no errors in the 7th. As Burkeen couldn't nail down win number 15. Pitch to Marion is a ground ball up the middle. Thompson by the bag at second, over to first, 1 out. Here's Del Rice. Del is 0 for 2. Scored a walk and a strikeout. And there's a base hit in the left center field. So Lockman will pick it up. Rice will not try for 2. So a 1 out single for Glaviano. And that brings up Glaviano, who's 0 for 3. Higbee's pitch. Glaviano with a base hit up the middle. That might be extra bases. In fact, it will be. Glaviano turns for 2. He's got it. So Rice on third, Glaviano on second for Bill Howerton. Bill looks like a sprightly little fellow, doesn't he? His first at-bat of the replay. His real-life numbers, 308 with an RBI, 4 for 13. Pitch from Higbee. Yeah, that's the intentional first base open walk. So a double play gets the Giants out of trouble. Here's Deering. Chuck has walked. He has scored twice. He is 0 for 3. Deering hits a ground ball to Haas. This might be 2. Rigney for 1. Back to first. And Deering is safe. And the Cardinals have tied the game at 8 as Rice will score. You'd think this was an important game or something. So here's Shane Deans. Red is 1 for 3. Let's see if Deering will steal. Muller's throw down to second is a stolen base for Deering. So again, that's pretty much defensive indifference. But it's called a stolen base. So Glaviano on third, Deering on second. Glaviano the go-ahead run, and Deering the insurance run. Shane Deans 1 for 3. He has walked and scored. Pitch from Higbee. There's a ground ball to short. Rigney has all day. Throws to first, and that will retire the side. So the Cardinals get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 8th in an 8-8 tie. Oh, I like that. Is it the Geico insurance run where 5 minutes can save you up to 15% on your car insurance? That would be a great... I believe a lot of teams do use that. And as Jake says, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Thompson is 1 for 2. Has singled, scored, and walked. Wilkes is scheduled to hit third in the inning, in the bottom of the 8th. Thompson into left field. Howerton is there, 1 out. You say it won't go over Howerton Mountain. Muller is 0 for 3. 88 degrees, wind blowing out to left center at 16. A warm afternoon here in St. Louis. There's a chopper to second. Shane Deans on the grass. Over to Jones, and there's an error. So Muller will reach. It gets away from Jones, and Muller goes to second. Shane Deans had to kind of rush the throw, and he went high with it. Jones just deflected it. And why is Keith Olbermann's mother here? I hit her. So they're going to pinch hit for Higbee, I would assume. He's 0 for 3 in the replay. Dick Culler, Culler, to pinch hit for the Giants. And he's 0 for 3. So the go-ahead run is on second. Culler, line drive to left. Howerton's there, makes the catch, 2 out. Brings up Bill Rigney, who is 1 for 3. Has walked, singled, driven in a run, and scored twice. And there's a base hit into left field. Muller will round third. He will score without a throw, and the Giants go up 9-8. So here's Lockman. Whitey 1 for 3. A double. He has scored twice. He now has 99 runs. And walked. Rigney on first. 2 out. 9-8 Giants. Lockman popped up. Shane Deans on the dirt. Calls for it. It's Nippy Jones, rather, and that will be the inning. But the Giants pull ahead on a run and a hit and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 9-8 New York. So Andy Hansen comes in to pitch. Fastball pitcher at 85 and a flyball pitcher. Just a baby at 24, making his 35th appearance. He is 8-5 with 5 saves. And if he can get 6 outs, the old Swede will lock down number 6. Against the Cardinals, this is his fifth appearance, 5 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks rather, and a strikeout. He has 2 saves. He last pitched on the 11th against the Dodgers, an inning and a third and a walk. So overall, 66 innings, 55 hits, 6 homers, 30 runs, 27 of those earned. He walked 32 and struck out 23. He last faced the Cardinals on the 7th of August and earned a clean 1-inning save. Buddy Kerr is at short now for Rigney and will lead off. Buddy's an 8. Musial is 4 for 4. Stan has tripled or doubled 3 times and singled. Driven in 3 and scored once. Hansen delivers. Musial to third. Gordon over to Haas, 1 out. Brings up Nippy Jones. Nippy 1 for 4. Has singled and driven in a run. 9 runs, 10 hits, an error for the Giants. They've left on 5. St. Louis, 8 runs, 12 hits, an error, and they've left on 9. Giants will bat Gordon, Thompson, and Marshall in the 9th off a new pitcher. Pitch to Jones. Chopper to second. Thompson throws to first. 2 out. Wilkes will not bat. Who can hit a righty? Eddie Kasich is back in the lineup. And so we're going to use him. Eddie, 306, 6 homers, and 60 RBI. Injured just after the All-Star game. And now trying to make lightning happen here. 2 out in the 8th. Kasich in the left field. Lockman is there, and no soap radio. We go to the 9th. Cardinals go down in order. The Giants 9, St. Louis 8. So let's see who he can use. We're going to go with Al Brazil. And he'll bat in the 5 hole. Al making his 3rd relief appearance of the year. 8-7 with a 3.31 ERA. Cotton, 35 years old, a fastball pitcher, 82, and a standard pitcher. Against the Giants, 5 appearances, now 3 starts, 17 2/3 innings. 11 runs all earned. He's walked 6 and struck out 1. He's 2-0 with a 5.60 ERA. Yep. Dave's got a good sale on season, son. His last start came on the 9th. Against the Reds, 7 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, and 3 strikeouts. So 198 2/3 innings, 199 hits, 81 runs, 23 homers, 73 earned. He's walked 56 and struck out 78. Last relief appearance was against the Giants, I presume, on the 26th. So Gordon, Thompson, and Marshall. Gordon 1 for 4 with 3 RBI. Draws a walk. Brazel gets into it and is thrown out of the game. Muska, Mouseketeer. So Brazel, who needed to pitch, didn't like the call on a 3-0 breaking ball high and outside. Gardner's ready to do another hockey game, and Brazel finds the seats. That is not what the Cardinals needed to have happen. So a 4-pitch walk. They now have to go to Howie Pullett. Howie is given as long as he needed to warm up. Only his 2nd relief appearance of the year. 12-7 with a save and a 3.68 ERA. Against the Giants, 3rd appearance, 2 starts, 18 innings, 10 hits. 7 runs all earned. He walked 7 and struck out 9. He's 2-0 with an ERA of 3.50. His last appearance was against the Reds 3 days ago. 6 2/3 innings, 13 hits. This is the very definition of a Christmas tree. 10 runs, 7 earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. 198 1/3 innings, 210 hits. 93 runs in total, 81 earned, only 4 homers. He has walked 53 and struck out 103. Thompson is 3 for 4. He has singled twice, tripled, and now has driven in 130. Scored a run and stole his 7th base. Throw to first. Gordon is... They'll get to it. What? Oh. Okay. He's fine. Scared me for a second. I thought Pullett had been yanked as well. Cardinals pitch out. Runner does not go. So a ball and no strikes to Thompson. Pullett deals. Gordon stays put. Fly ball to center field. Deering going back there makes the catch. Gordon will tag and hold. 1 out for Marshall. Willard is 1 for 3. He has singled, driven in 2, grounded into a double play, and walked. 89 degrees. It's a warm day in St. Louis. 88 degrees here. It's a warm day in Burlington. Marshall into left field. Howerton going back there and will make the catch for the out. 2 away for Haas. Burt is 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out. Marion, Rice, and Glaviano in the bottom of the 9th for St. Louis. 9-8 New York. Gordon stays. Ground ball up the middle. Schoendienst behind the bag. Throws to first, and that will retire the side. Well, as Andy Hansen comes on to flock this one down for the Giants. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 9th here in St. Louis. 9-8 New York. So Marion 1 for 4 with a strikeout. You talk about my managing, you get thrown out. So Marion is struck out and singled. There's a ground ball to short. Kerr throws to first, 1 out. So 2 outs away. The Dodgers would take a 2-game lead. Here's Rice. Dell is 1 for 3. Has walked, struck out, and scored twice. Yeah, not been a good day for the pitchers at all. And having... Well, Burkeen got lit up. But having Brazil get tossed on his first batter didn't help, although the Giants did not score. So Rice 1 for 3. Pitch from Hansen. Struck him out. So we're down to the last out. It's Glaviano. Tommy 1 for 4. Is doubled. Last chance saloon. Howerton is pretty much has to bat on deck. Hansen deals. And there's a ground ball up the box. The Giants are going to win this one. 9-8. So how about that? So 9 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. 8 for the Giants, 8 runs, 12 hits, and an error for St. Louis. Kennedy, 6 innings in the start, 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. He walked 4 and struck out 2. Higbee blew the save, but somehow gets the win. He's about as reliable as a jammed-up lawnmower. And Hansen picks up the 6th save, 2 clean innings there. Wilkes takes the loss. He got 4 outs. He needed 7. The run was unearned. Burkeen, 6 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, all earned. He walked 5 and struck out 1. And Pullet, who was just kind of sitting there filing his nails, going, when do I start again? Not there. So thank you, Giants, is what I see in the chat. So the rest of the day in baseball. Nope, on that button. Just 6 games on the card. And Brooklyn's got an easy one in Cincinnati. So the Red Sox beat the Tigers 4-3. Ellis Kinder goes to 10-13. Newhouser 14-12. Vic Wertz is 15th of the year. Ralph Kiner has 50 homers on the year. Pittsburgh beats Philadelphia 6-1. Walsh 2-2. Roberts falls to 9-13. Wally Westlake 3 for 4 with a triple and a stolen base. Cincinnati beats Brooklyn, so the lead goes back to a game and a half. They get no help from the Reds, if you're a Dodger fan. Fox goes to 12-12. Preacher Rowe falls to 13-7. Duke Snyder, 2 for 5, is 26th of the year and drives in 2. In games we got to cover anyway, the Cubs beat the Braves 3-2. Chipman 6-9. Hall 5-3. Fletcher 1 for 1 with a triple. And the Shy Sox beat the Senators 3-2. Gazava 8-7. Heidel falls to 0-9. Hafner with the second save. So there you go. It is hockey tonight. It'll be game 1 between the Islanders and the Blackhawks in Dave Gardner's hockey project using Strat PC hockey from Nassau County Coliseum, Veterans Memorial Coliseum. It'll be Chico Resch and Tony Esposito in the net. When we're back with you tomorrow for baseball, it'll be the Tigers and the Yankees, whose magic number is 4. Cleveland is in Washington. So Tigers and Yankees tomorrow at noon. Islanders and Blackhawks tonight at, we're going to say around 8 o'clock. I'm Ron Juckett, or 7, as close to 7 as we can. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you soon for hockey. Until then, have a great day, everybody.